Hello guys, Curvis here. So, a few days have passed since Blizzcon 2021. It was an online event, and we have some new information about Diablo 4. So we are going to dive right into it. If you haven't seen Blizzcon this year, and you just want to have the information about Diablo 4, stay with us. I'm going to be focusing on that mainly. I may comment on a couple of other things, but yeah, that's the purpose of the video. And also, I'm going to probably be skipping quite a bit just to make the video easier to watch. Sit back and let's criticize Blizzard. Oh, okay, the first thing, 30 years of Blizzard. So, I remember playing the first Warcraft game when I was a kid. That's probably like 25 years back. So yeah, in one way or another, I've been playing Blizzard games for quite a bit of time. Not a fanboy anymore. I was when I was playing World of Warcraft. But yeah, it's quite amazing to see that they have 30 years. That's a long time. One little thing that I'd like to point is that they gave the welcome for the 30 years. And after that, they presented World of Warcraft and then Hearthstone before going to Diablo 4. So I'm guessing those are the real moneymakers right now. First of all, World of Warcraft. It's probably the big moneymaker still. And Hearthstone is probably bigger than Diablo. This is something else that I find interesting. The Blizzard Arcade Collection. It's an extra. It's some people may try these games. I don't think that it's going to be that relevant right now. It's probably just like an extra because of the 30 years of celebration of Blizzard. But we are starting to see a tendency of reusing games and materials, and they could have made something new. Of course, they are celebrating 30 years of Blizzard, but they are giving us something that it's already done, something old, and you can really see this trend that happened with before there was a Warcraft Classic. You could see a lot of elements moving from expansion to expansion, and now that we have World of Warcraft Classic, it's even more clear. This year they announced the Burning Crusade again. Maybe some people are excited, but to me it's like, okay, I already lived that. I want something new. I don't want the same game, the same experience. Let me experience something new. What do you think about that? And finally, 37 minutes in, we have some Diablo love. I'll apologize in advance, but I'm going to post the links to these videos in the comments if you want to see them without my voice on them. I understand that this is in-game engine. It's not like by 3 day come trailer, so the quality is lower. But if this is going to be 2022-2023 game, the graphics should be super good. This is obviously not the final product, But that's not the case. Probably they were rushed into making this trailer to announce the new class for Blizzcon.
They call it murder. I say job well.
However, they do a really good job to really immerse you in the game, in the feeling, the darkness. And they are showcasing that as a rogue you can do range damage and melee damage.
A murderer, father.
And they are focusing way too much in those years.
You mark our light.
But the quality of the textures is it's good, but not great. It's in that gray area, so well, we don't know. Maybe this will change a lot when we have a game. But right now, it's a little bit lacking. When you consider that it comes from Blizzard.
Heavens. I assure you, father,
The use of light is really good.
the heavens didn't send me.
Maybe it's that this trailer announcing the Rogue was really rushed, but at least the compression that I'm seeing right now, the quality of the textures, it's not looking that great. We really don't have too much information, so let's give them the benefit of the doubt and say that they had to announce as much as possible for BlizzCon, and that the game can actually look way better. Alright. The music, however, it's on point. That's what you expect for a Diablo IV game. One thing that I found kind of funny is that you don't actually see the metal piercing through the skin of the ear. It's just like a second skip, but yeah, you don't see that. Maybe it was easier just to skip that second. Okay, so they are definitely showing all the influence that Diablo 2 is giving to Diablo 4. The Rogue is a very good example of that. And we are going to see some gameplay for the Rogue right now.
The Rogue has been an incredibly flexible class, able to adapt to any situation.
So that dismount attack, I understand that every class is going to have like their signature attack to dismount. If you haven't heard, well, Diablo 2 is getting a remake. I mean, it's nice. A lot of people want this, but one more time, Blizzard is taking an old product and trying to solve it again. Let's make some new games. That was pretty much it for Diablo 4 within the opening ceremony, so let's move on. He's really overselling it. We're not getting that much, but we're grateful to have some news, and just knowing that the project is moving forward, it's good news. They are showing the trailer for the Rogue again. We're not going to watch it again. I'm going to post the link to that in the comments if you want to see it completely. Just one little note. They seem to be focused on making the game super gloomy, super dark. I just hope that there's space to have fun within that, to be able to introduce things that are fun to the players, break them all a little bit, just like they did with Diablo 3, introducing the rainbow levels, for example. If it's too serious, they are going to miss some really good opportunities here. If you play only Diablo 3, I think it's going to be kind of similar to the Demon Hunter, maybe taking some elements from the Monk.
Typical rogues, starting with the weapon selection. On the melee weapon side, rogues can use swords and daggers, as well as bows and crossbows on the ranged side.
You know, just those sort of dagger attacks mixed with bow attacks, it's like, it just looks great on screen.
Alright, this part is interesting. You are going to be able to customize some part of the characters. The model is going to remain the same. However, you are going to be able to change the color of the eyes, of the hair, the tattoos, the color of the tattoos, the color of the skin, obviously what armor your character is wearing. The Shadow Realm for the rogue. It's going to be really interesting to see how they manage that for PvP. If you can go to the Shadow Realm and the cooldown for this ability is only 10 seconds, it could be really overpowered. Let's see what they do with that. Also, for the combo points, if you are fighting like a little boss or something like that, you are going to be able to build up and do the extra damage when you have all your combo points available. However, if you are moving through a level, maybe your partner is going to kill the monsters before you get the chance to use those points. So maybe it will be a build focused on killing bosses, or maybe for soloing. Let's see what they do. Okay, other things that they are mentioning here is that you are going to be able to imbue your weapons with some kind of effect. In this case is poison, but it really talks about the adaptability and the flexibility of the class. So it's probably going to open a lot of builds, also considering the flexibility of the talent trees. It's going to be fun. I hope they have the same kind of openness for every class. I mean, they still have to remain, they have to be unique, but they have to be flexible also. They're giving a lot of importance to mounts, so let's see what they do. I definitely see mounts for sale in the future. There are some things that they can sell to make more money, and they are not necessarily making you stronger, but they are bragging rights in a sense, so they are definitely going to check that. And I just hope that the traveling doesn't take too much time from your game. If you are just learning the game, if you are discovering places, it's going to be fun to travel. However, if you are at the end game of the game, for example, and you only have, let's say, 30 minutes to play, and you have to spend 5 or 10 minutes of those to get to a place, that's not going to be really fun. So I hope that they think that traveling should not take too much time of your gameplay. One of the things that they are announcing is faces for zones. I saw this first in World of Warcraft, and it's a really clever way to use the same zones in a different way. You could discover a place that it's hostile, clear it, and after that it becomes a town. With NPCs, you can reuse the same zone at different parts of the story. And of course, if you are just discovering the zone, it's going to be hostile for you. But for another player, it could be another zone, a different zone. So they are making a clever use of the time they are investing to making the world. This is really good. Alright, so PvP is not going to be available anywhere in the world. They are going to make some zones specifically for PvP. This is good in a way. I mean, you don't have to be committed to be a PvP player 100% of the time, just when you are going to these zones. They are going to give you shards of hatred. However, they are letting us know that if you want to actually turn those shards into actual currency to buy mainly bragging items, not necessarily that make you stronger, but that will give you some kind of status, you will have to fight other players for that. And there's a little risk of those events that turn these shards into actual currency, like the ones you're seeing right now, to be camped by people that just want to kill other players. It will be interesting to see how they manage that. It could really become a problem. It could push some players just to avoid PvP entirely. They are using here another feature that I also saw first in World of Warcraft. If you kill a certain amount of players in PvP, you will be marked, and they are doing the same thing here. I mean, it's a fun dynamic, but they are using stuff that they already know they work. I mean, clever, I guess, but they are not trying to find something unique for Diablo. So the years for Diablo 2, they are not sure yet how they are going to use them. Probably some kind of feature for bragging rights, like a trophy that reminds you that you killed a certain player. We still have one more video, it's a Q&A, but not that many news. Alright, so in this part they are going to be asking questions, but not only for Diablo 4, also for the remake of Diablo 2 and for the mobile Diablo, the Immortal game. So we're going to be focusing, of course, on the questions for Diablo 4. So, new class rogues. They are asking if they are going to be gender lock, like Druid only males, rogues only females. And here, basically, what Luis tells us is that they are not going to be locked. Rogues or Druids, you're going to be able to choose if they are male or female.
In the last quarterly update of Diablo 4, you also introduced legendary affixes with damage multipliers. Don't you think the system will escalate the same way it did in Diablo 3? Or are you strictly planning on not only balancing builds by increasing or decreasing damage multipliers?
Interesting question. In this case, they definitely want to balance these situations. However, if you are not using this kind of items, you are going to be dragging behind compared to other players. Damage multipliers, they do what they say. They multiply the damage. So if you want to be competitive, you have to use them.
When trying to make a darker world like the original Diablo and Diablo 2, what are your biggest challenges? Do you get any limitations because of the actual state of the community?
This part is interesting. They are trying to balance the world, how gloomy they can make the world, how much gore that they can show before it actually goes unnoticed. It gets filtered by you. You don't appreciate it anymore. They have to have some balance. They have to have some contrast. But one of the things that the person that it's interviewing with asks is if he's going to be able to use his druid in bear form well, he's mounting a horse, and immediately there's a refusal, and this is a little bit worrying because they are letting us know that they are committed to keep a certain degree of seriousness into the world, and I really hope that they can change this. One of the most important things is to actually have fun, even if it doesn't make too much sense. I mean, if I see a bear riding a horse, it will be fun, and at the end of the day, that's the most important thing for a game.
Okay, are there any plans on supporting Druid builds that focus on staying in one wear form for a longer duration?
He basically says, no, you can keep spamming abilities that will have you in that particular form, but ultimately, when you stop fighting, you will go back to the human form.
Diablo 3 felt very isolating with the lack of trading between players. Will Diablo 4 have trading between players?
Okay, so we're going to have trading. It's going to be limited, and I think that this is an intelligent move. I mean, you don't want people selling items and making the game unbalanced completely if someone is willing to pay for those. But if you can trade with your friends, with your guild, it's going to be really, really good.
First one, will every class have their own set of class quests? Transmogrification.
So only the rogue is going to have their own special quests. We're going to be able to transmogrify, do fishing. That's a good news.
Slow on the answer, but okay, like that was a pretty good. We know that's a definitive feature. It's gonna be awesome. Are there town porter scrolls or books in Diablo 4?
Again, so yeah, we're going to be able to teleport ourselves to the town, maybe use scrolls. I just hope that they take into consideration that you don't want to spend all your time moving from one place to another.
Technically, yes.
Right, guys, so that's pretty much it. So we really don't have that much new things to know about Diablo 4. They are working on that. Oh, 1 moment. We have a visitor. Dharma has come to close the video with us. So, okay, sorry about that. So yeah, we don't have that much new information about the game. They're going to be using some features from World of Warcraft, like some features in PvP, some PvP zones. They're going to be using phasing. You can go to an area, clear it, and then it becomes like a town, something like that. And we're going to have a rogue. So that's pretty much the news right now. Please let me know what you think. Add your thoughts, your comments, and thanks for watching with me. Goodbye, guys.